take a quick break?
Nah, just, stupid timer. There we go. Nah, just... The goat screaming in my ears is is the reminder that it's time to start/stop the video. But yeah, this is another thing I did when I had the time, because since it was so badly damaged, I just decided to turn this into a warehouse. So, this is technically our storage. There's a lot of little side rooms still. I didn't want to destroy the weird side chambers. Because I liked them. And over here, I'm hoping one will have generated. Because it was off camera, so I didn't kill it and grab the shit. But,
Oh, right, your accidental discovery of the slime chunk.
yes, both the libraries got destroyed in accidental fire. But, damn, there's not one here. But there was a slime in here, which I think tells me I'm going to have to come down here and dynamite the shit out of this so it goes deeper. Because the deeper it is, I guess, the more likely the slimes are to generate. But it was just really stupidly accidental. I walked down through here because this was the library. And, yeah, there was just a slime down here, so I think I'm going to have to dynamite the shit out of that place.
Well, we have lots of gunpowder.
Oh, we still have, like, a stack of, like, 40 tie and tie.
Tie and tie.
And this way leads to the actual, mine shaft that I discovered.
Ah.
Just follow the unbroken line of torches.
Which one?
No, the literal unbroken line over here.
I know, I'm actually just trying to find the,
Oh, follow the unbroken line of torches backwards, and it leads to the exit. There's still a lot of stuff I haven't really done much of anything with.
Uh-huh.
There's also still a lot of silverfish holes I'm trying to fill up. I don't even remember where I fucking put all the stones that I mined out of here, but eventually I'm going to try and make this look right. Yeah, that's the mine shaft.
Okay, where's the exit?
Follow it the other direction.
Doesn't go anywhere!
Yeah, it does. This way. And then you turn right at the staircase downwards. Look for the giant-ass staircase upwards. That's probably the best direction I could have given.
Probably so.
But...
What's down there?
just little rooms.
Anything?
I decided
Okay.
to keep them because they're kind of neat. I did fill in a few random staircases that lead to a wall.
As you do.
But...
I mean, that's just good housekeeping, you know.
Exactly. But, yeah, I had a lot of free time and I wanted to do the big, boring jobs off camera.
As you do.
I should go put these cobblestone in the chest of things.
We've talked about it before. Some of the tedium is actually, like, fairly relaxing for us.
Uh-huh.
But man, is it mind-numbing to watch.
Yeah, and there's a lot of times I'll get why did you record this? This is boring. And for the most part, I actually don't give a shit. But now and then it's a valid point, because it's, you have recorded for 73 hours, and all you did was deconstruct a house, move it 12 blocks to the left, and put it back up. Like, yeah, fair enough. That's actually really hard to argue with. Yeah, by the way, there's a chest right here, out by the goats, with weapons and armor in it.
Not goats, sheep.
Yeah. Shoats. Geep are apparently actually a thing.
I guess I didn't really need to go all the way back to the old house to get the,
I
spare armor.
completely fucking forgot it existed, so...
Fair enough.
So, I guess we should start figuring out... I double-checked the numbers. 128 blocks is the distance at which shit starts despawning.
Okay.
So, basically, as long as the spawning chambers are not 128 blocks straight up...
And they don't need to be.
Yeah. So, what I'm thinking, we start by building the central tunnel. We build it from the top of the tower, which we figured is close to being exactly central.
It's a little bit off, but,
Yeah.
like, it works for the position it's in, and we'll just kind of...
And now that we have so much of the outside area slabbed, we don't need it to be perfectly centered over the town to maximize.
Yeah, basically.
So, I suggest we build the center tower 40 blocks straight up. Or not 40
you
blocks.
can't actually get up here.
20 other blocks straight up. You can jump from the top of the ladder.
I hate doing that.
Yeah, but I'm thinking 20 blocks straight up from that.
I wish I had an egg.
That way you could just toss it from the top of the tower.
At you, yes.
But
Land a chicken on your head or something.
it's a chicken, I tell you, a giant chicken.
No, it'd be a baby. It's a small chicken.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna toss you a stack of ladders. And I will begin doing the dangerous work of actually increasing the size of the tower.
Why is that the dangerous work?
Because I'm not going to have any ladders to climb back down until you decide whether or not you're actually going to put them up there. That's why it's the dangerous work. It's not the act of doing it. It's whether or not you will decide to aid me or let me die.
I see. It's a trust exercise.
Yes, and that's not... They never turn out
That's
well.
dangerous.
Alright, so... Alright, let me do some math. We're at 75. I think 95 is a good place, because that will kill everything that falls down the chamber to the ground floor.
Okay, let me check on this first. Because
that's
like
at 62,
presumably
right?
we want this floor to be where we access the drops.
Yeah.
So the actual kill floor should probably be where the tower rises from the lower chamber.
True.
Which that would be right about, I'm gonna say like 68.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to judge with the ladder, but close enough.
So yeah.
So we should probably have it go at least 25 to make sure stuff dies.
Right, so 25 or 60 plus 25, 70, 80 is a number, right?
You're looking for 93.
Okay, so I'm at 77 up here, so I'll start moving upwards
Moving on up
to the east side.
to a deluxe apartment.
That's one of those things that I used to watch growing up.
Me too, but then when you go back to it, it's never quite as good.
Well, the problem is I used to watch, Good Times and the Jeffersons and, oh god, what was the other show? Amen.
Oh yeah, the other Sherman Hemsley show.
And the thing is, I grew up thinking, these are funny. That's all.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when you go back to them later,
Yeah.
they're not good.
But then
Like that.
I got into an argument with someone, though, because they're like, well, it's good comedy for black people. I'm like, but it was funny when I was a kid. It wasn't for black people. It was for people that like comedy. And
It actually reminds me of, like, my uncle used to, probably still would too, but I don't really talk to him anymore. My uncle would complain basically about that, how there was, all these shows on for black people, and he just couldn't get it. And then I just kind of stood there uncomfortable.
Yeah, because it's one of those, like, I can't explain to you why they exist, because you'll just complain more. And it'll start an argument.
I mean, like, it's not right, but I understand why he had that point of view, because, like, he lived a very isolated life.
Yeah.
He spent a lot of his life looking after my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
And, their views would, of course, rub off on him in that context. And, like, when he was younger, too, he lived, like, out in the woods in Wisconsin and basically made his living trapping fur.
Yeah, so that's kind of an old-fashioned lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean...
And it's one of those, you're of an entirely different breed and species at this point.
Yeah, like I said, I can get why he had and would just freely express those views.
But...
They were not views that I agree with or think are right, but I understand why.
Yeah, he is from an entirely different time period.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those, I understand why you think that way, but I can't think that way.
Uh-huh.
No, but yeah, it's just one of those things of whenever... Because I used to watch, oh god, what was the show? Different World, which was an odd little show. And, not bad at all as far as I'm still concerned at this point. And I just realized that the problem is, well, no, we can still make this work with signs. It's more than 4x4. It'll just be a larger kill area.
We don't even have to use signs. All we gotta do is make sure we measure the water flow so it just cuts off at the edge.
True. So, now the issue we're going to have is every 7 blocks, the water is going to drop. Or is going to have to be dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, every 6 blocks, isn't it? Yeah, it's 6 blocks, and then it drops down 1.
This sure is tall.
Yeah, it is. We would die if we fell from this height. I am also carrying a lot of stuff.
Well, yeah, but if we fall and die,
Yeah.
everything's safe because we're inside.
So now the question is,
Unless the goats eat it.
what size do we want to build the flumes?
Well, this is 3x3, so...
So 3x3, I suppose.
Yeah, because otherwise we're kind of wasting volume. Like, we can have the drops out of the spawning chambers be 2x2 for
Yeah.
simplicity. But, there's no reason to not just have them drop into a channel the same size. Until we start running out of materials and decide, hey, let's make this... Actually, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
We can make it be a 1 block wide water channel and just have the walls up.
We could, which means I don't need to lay down these extra blocks here. I see.
Well, no, I mean, you can keep doing that just so we have something to build the wall on top of.
Well, I mean, by that, to make it simpler, all I would have to do...
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Just go... 4, 5, 6. Well, this is where the next rise needs to be anyway, so... Or the first rise would need to be anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because what we're going to have to do, I think, to figure out the simple method of how to work this will be to build the channels first. And
Yeah, we're going to need to build the channels and estimate where we're dropping stuff into them.
Yeah, so...
Which I'm sure is going to go really well when we start building the other half of this.
6.
Which almost makes me regret that it's not going to be ending up on video for the most part, just because...
The amount of dying that I'm going to do?
Oh no, just for the amazing potential for us to screw up and have to, redo a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Would be comedic.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to put down torches for now to keep shit from spawning up here.
All we really need to do is build the channels outward.
6.
And not really concern ourselves with where the spawn chambers are going to be over them.
Yeah.
All we really need to focus on is that the opening drops them down into the chamber, into the water chutes. Because it doesn't, At least to start out, we don't need to put a roof on the channel. We can when we know where there's going to be sunlight getting in between spawn chambers.
Yeah.
If we even have between spawn chambers. I don't think we're going to. Oh, Christ, we're going to need a lot of light on the ground because this is going to completely blot out the sun.
Well, that's the thing. We're going to have to eventually go to the nether and get some glowstone.
Which I think we're also going to have to do off camera unless... Well, you were saying OBS was less system intensive.
It does appear to be a lot less system intensive so far.
So we might actually be able to make the nether work.
I'm actually recording at 60 frames per second at 50,000 bits per second. I know it's not actually recording at that. That's just the maximum that it can do, but it's not stuttering.
Wait, do you have it set on VBR?
Actually, yeah, I do.
That might not be good.
Oh. Maybe that would explain some of the other problems I'm having.
I don't really trust VBR for video.
Fair enough.
Now, I know a lot of things use it, but those are handled by people with a lot more technical proficiency than either of us have.
That's a very good point. 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe
and it's also stuff that's not encoding in real time either.
Yeah. That's also true. Maybe I should set it to constant bit rate. But it has yet to give me any problems. I played around, aside from the video I recorded the other day, I was playing around on some Fallout just for shits and giggles.
Mm-hmm.
And the amount that it didn't, glitch or stutter or anything gave me some hope. Alright, so now it's going to be the same challenge as last time. I'll put that there and that there. This is going to be ridiculous. 2, 3, 4, 6.
I mean, it is, but at the same time, the way we're handling this, I think
6. Yeah.
that's weird. I walked straight across an open space somehow.
Well,
Thanks, lag.
that looks a little off to me. Let me double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.